What is going on YouTube? Lamont on the run here today in one of my least favorite cities in the entire country. That is Los Angeles. Well, Hollywood to be exact. So today I'm here to let you guys know that, well, LA has a new YouTube douchebag vlogger. And that douchebag is me. That's right. So just landed here, found a place to stay for a while. I don't know how long I'm gonna be in this crime-infested dump. Trust and believe when I tell you guys this, I would much rather be anywhere else except New York than in this crap hole. But this is a city of my birth, a city that I used to live at, and a city that has been the bane of my existence for a long time now. And I have avoided doing a lot of stories here just because I can't stand congested cities, and Los Angeles is one of the worst congested cities I've ever been to. Every time I come here, I can handle it for about 2 weeks, and then I said I'm done, I'm out, and I leave. And it's because of that, because of me not liking this place, that I have not been able to do a lot of stories that I've been wanting to do for the last 4 or 5 years, just because of how much I hate this place. But I'm here to let you guys know, for at least the next few months, I will mainly be focusing my content in Los Angeles. Now I'm going to be traveling a little bit, but not too much. So for this summer, primarily I'm going to be in Los Angeles within about a 100-mile radius. I'm not going to be going very far. Furthest north I'm going to be going is probably Bakersfield. Furthest south is San Diego. Not really going to be going too far east. And well, you really can't go too far west because then you're going to hit the Pacific Ocean. So there is a thing to being a YouTuber, but in general, focusing my sights solely, on being a prototypical douchebag YouTuber. And I'm trying for this summer to be a prototypical YouTube douchebag. Now, Los Angeles is absolutely the only city I've ever been to where when I'm vlogging, I have to be aware of my surroundings, because there's always idiots that want to get into your vlog. They want to start waving and acting stupid. And this is the only city, other than Philly and New York, where when I do vlogs, I have to have something on me, because I'm waiting for either a criminal idiot, I'm waiting for a mentally ill lunatic, I'm waiting for any douchebag that's not a YouTuber to run up and do something stupid. And so everywhere I go in Los Angeles, if I'm holding a gimbal, I'm holding a phone, a camera phone, I'm holding a regular camera. Hell, I was even with my GoPro on top of my helmet, and I was attracting so much attention. So you gotta be very careful if you're a vlogger and you're doing vlogs here in Los Angeles. I just seen a woman, hey, off topic guys, I'm nobody to be telling anybody what to do with their bodies, but this whole mommy makeover tummy tuck thing is getting really strange. I think some women just don't look right when they have a fake flat stomach. Sometimes they do, a lot of times they don't. Anyways, so over the next 2 to 3 months, probably more like 2, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be here for all of June and all of July, probably part of August, but I think by that time August arrives, it's gonna be really hot. I'm gonna be wanting to get the hell out of here. And that's when I'm probably gonna start heading out to Las Vegas. But then again, Las Vegas is usually gonna be well over 100 degrees during the summertime. So more than likely by that time, I'm probably going to be waiting for the heat in Las Vegas to dissipate before I go out there. Again, not really sure what I'm gonna do, but for the foreseeable future, I'll be here in the Los Angeles area. Now, there's a lot of douchebag stories that I want to do. These are stories that every other person on YouTube has done, whether they sit in their homes and just talk about stories and vlog, or other YouTube douchebags who vlog locations similar to how I do. Now, they're not all douchebags, but pretty much most of them are. And I, you know, it's not like a rivalry thing, because I don't have any rivals on YouTube. Everybody that does similar content to me, they do their own videos or whatever. So I'm under the umbrella that I don't care who's done a particular YouTube video or a Facebook video or a TikTok video that I want to do. I'm going to do any video that I feel like doing, regardless of the situation at hand. So for me to be able to be a prototypical YouTube douchebag, because my time here in Los Angeles is going to be short and fleeting. So I'm asking you guys to give me a hand, to give me help. I want you guys to help me become the YouTube douchebag that I know I could become. And for me to do this, I need to do every single douchebag vlog that you can do in Los Angeles. So I need you to leave me a comment below, either in this video, or you can send me an email to lamont@largestories@gmail.com. I know I don't answer my emails a lot oftentimes because it's just difficult for me to have to sit down for hours on end and answer emails, but I do read them. Particularly if you put a subject that will catch my attention. So if you can put in the subject Los Angeles stories, or Hollywood stories, or stuff from San Diego. You can send me other stuff from other states, but right now I'm only looking to do content related in Los Angeles. So with that being said, I'm going to give you a quick sample peek of the kind of douchebag videos that I'm going to be doing in and around the area. And leave a comment below. Tell me what stories you want me to do. I don't frickin' care who's done them already, whether they sit in their living room or they're at the location. You let me know. If you want me to be the douchebag that I know that I can be, then you need to just start sending me links to any stories. Just tell me, hey, look up this murder, look up that murder, this actor, that actress, so forth and so on. And I promise, from the time that I'm here to the time that I leave, I promise that I will try to do each and every single one. And if I'm not able to do each and every single one, then when I come back next year, maybe next year, because next year my goal is to stay on the East Coast as long as I can, and possibly take a trip overseas. I don't see myself doing any kind of overseas plane flying this year unless we can make it happen going down to Mexico City, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. So without further ado, guys, we're gonna take a trip on the old scooter, and I'm gonna hit a couple little locations quickly around Hollywood that just like a little bit of a sneak peek, if you will, a sneak peek of what I'm gonna be doing over the next 2 or 3 months. Now, your prototypical Hollywood douchebag YouTuber would not be said Hollywood douchebag YouTuber unless they did this video right here. So this is the Highland Gardens Hotel at 7047 Franklin Avenue. And this is the same hotel where on October 4th, 1970, back then it was called the Landmark Motor Motel. This is the same motel where in room number 105, Janis Joplin was found dead of a heroin overdose. Now, I'm not really interested in this video unless I can rent that room. And I don't know if they're gonna let me do it, but cash talks. I haven't even honestly looked into the story, but this is a story that I'm not terribly interested in doing. But if I wanna be a Hollywood YouTube douchebag, I have to do this story. If I don't do this story, I'm just not a douchebag. This right here is the Hollywood United Methodist Church on the corner of Franklin and Highland. Hey, wait a minute, hang on. Hey, didn't it say in the Bible that that was a sin, that whole thing? I mean, did it? Forget it. By the way, a video that me and Mobile Instinct did last summer, which should have already been out on my main channel. And the reason why it hasn't came out is because, well, I think I accidentally deleted it. But we did a video about the rape castle of Danny Masterson. He lived in a house right up the street right there. Too lazy to show you guys his house and where he did his disgusting acts, but it's literally about 500 yards straight up right on the corner right there. So whenever he makes his way out here, we'll have to redo that again. I would not be a prototypical Hollywood YouTube douchebag unless I went on a van tour of different sites and scenes here in Los Angeles, simply to steal their stories and post them up on my YouTube channel like I did any kind of research. So a lot of these companies right here, they have these vans and they basically will take you on tours of celebrity homes where they used to live most of the time. Just tours of Los Angeles. Hey, you can even do a private VIP tour. And I'm actually gonna hit this guy up and ask him how much the private VIP tour, because I'm a VIP kind of guy, if I'm gonna be a Hollywood prototypical YouTube douchebag. You know, I always wondered when I was a kid, because I grew up in this neighborhood, I always wondered when I would see people hanging around outside of restaurants and cafes and stuff like that, I always wondered what they all did for a living, because none of them really look like they work. And if they do, air quotes, work, they look like they all don't work with their hands. Very, very interesting. Corner of Franklin in Bronson. I'm gonna have to get used to using a GoPro because I keep forgetting how freaking fast the batteries die on those cameras. But really quickly, I wanted to get your attention to this restaurant right here. So this is a little stop that I'm going to be doing on a future video. So if anybody remembers that television show Friends, you would remember the guy that played the character Gunther, real name James Michael Tyler. Well, it's a funny story how he actually got the part of that character. And one of the reasons is because, well, he actually was a barista and he was the only one, I think on that cast or something, that either knew how to work a Frappuccino machine or somebody that knew him knew how to work that machine. But he used to work at a coffee shop right here that's no longer here called the Bourgeois Pig. So this is where he worked at part-time, right where that really creepy looking guy is wondering why he thinks that I'm filming him when in actuality I'm not. Let's get a better shot of the old place, the Bourgeois Pig, while I try not to get ran over. But yeah, it was many years ago when he worked there. It was probably like 30 some odd years ago, but this is where it used to be, right here. I love these organic scams. That's the first time I've ever heard of this one, organic incense. Hey, if you buy one of those and you think it's organic, you're a moron. Anyways, so the Roosevelt Hotel here in Hollywood, a lot of famous hauntings in this hotel. I would not be a said prototypical Hollywood YouTube douchebag unless I, number one, did at least one story about this hotel, and number two, talked about this incense nonsense. Yeah, incense, more like nonsense. I just said that, I know. Making my way downtown, something or another. What the hell is this guy doing? Hey, bro, don't you see I'm a Hollywood douchebag YouTuber? You're in my way, dude. I'm on my electric scooter and I'm trying to do a vlog and you're like totally in my way, bro. You're totally in my way, bro. Oh. Now, there's many prerequisites if you want to be a Hollywood douchebag YouTuber, but it helps if you actually are from Hollywood and you went to school out here. And this is my old school. This is Hollywood High. I'm on the grounds right now. I rode past the parking attendant. I don't know if he wanted me to stop. I didn't want to stop. And this is where I would used to hang. right here. As a matter of fact, and I don't know why I remember this, but I hung out right exactly here. Now, back in those days, they didn't have these benches. They were just like wooden, crappy benches. And I remember one time, I'm 14 years old, turning 15 or so. It's 1994. I'm in the 10th grade. And that's when I started doing graffiti, like started tagging and stuff. You're gonna love this story. So I don't know why I did this. So I'm hanging out with my friends. Now, none of them did graffiti. I was the only one that did, but I wasn't into it as much then as I would get into like a little bit later. So I had stolen this silver paint scooter, this silver paint marker thing, right? So I don't know why, but there is this stupid little gang at Hollywood High. They were called DFM, and it stood for Down for Mine, right? By the way, if you guys are watching, you're not stupid. You guys are actually upstanding citizens. And so I don't know why, but I slashed them out. Yeah, guys, it was me. Come and get me. So I slashed them out, which is a sign of disrespect. And I put like something stupid, right? And I'm so stupid. This same marker, I went to the other side of the locker room where I did it at, and I wrote my little crew name. And then one day during nutrition, I'm standing right here, and these guys, like, they were huge. And they come walking up to me, and they were like, "Hey, man, are you Renix from ATL?" And that was me, right? Or whatever little name I wrote. And I was like, "No, why?" And they were like, "Well, somebody slashed us out." So he was like, "FATL." And I was like, "Yeah, F them." I was like, "Yeah, I don't know. F those guys." And I swear to God, I'm not gonna lie to you, as soon as they left, I transferred the hell out of here because I knew they were gonna come back and beat the living tar out of me. So I went into the counselor's office and I said, "Hey, some guys threatened me. I gotta get out of this school because they're gonna kill me." And then, plus I didn't want to go to school here anymore anyways. So I wanted to go somewhere else. So I ended up going to Fairfax High School, which is about, I want to say about a couple miles away. But man, I'll never forget that. That was so funny. I'm so stupid. But yeah, DFM. Hey, what's up, guys? Look at me now. I'm a YouTube douchebag, huh? I'm a YouTube douchebag, huh? Yeah. I also forgot to mention that when I went to school here at that time, there was a famous Hollywood singer/actress that was going to school as well. Now, I didn't see her here at school, but I was told by a few people, they're like, "Hey man, guess who comes to school here? Guess who comes to school here?" And I was like, "Who?" And they're like, "Brandy." And I said, "Oh, Brandy, oh, okay." I also later on, much later on, as a matter of fact, last summer, I ended up doing a video about Brandy because she actually crashed into a woman and killed her on the 405 freeway. I don't remember what year this happened. So of course, you got a lot of money when you're a multimillionaire and you kill people, you can kind of hush that up. So I did a quick vlog and it'll be out soon. But yeah, old killing old self, Brandy, not paying attention, texting on her phone and killing people. She went to school right here, Hollywood High. Gotta love that Saturday traffic. All these people waiting to go up to Hollywood Boulevard and sit in more traffic. It's gonna take them about maybe 20 minutes just to go 2 blocks. I think a lot of people don't know that. So if you're gonna come to Hollywood to look and do yourself a favor, don't drive, just get a Uber or something like that and have them drop you off on the Boulevard. You'll be glad that you did. So a gang that used to hang out in Hollywood right here that I no longer see around, that does not mean that they're not around. I just don't see them around. I don't see their gang graffiti, is 18th Street. 18th Street, still one of the biggest Latino street gangs in Los Angeles. And you know, when you would come over here, you would basically see a lot of their graffiti. Now, not so much. You don't see too much of their graffiti. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at some of that graffiti right there, and I don't see none of them. But I don't know if this is still their barrio or their hood or whatever, but yeah, they were quite the gang back in the day, and it's so funny. If you were into gangs and you wanted to join a gang to get chicks, like let's say I only want to join a gang so I can get girls, join 18th Street, because I don't know why, but girls used to just jock dudes hella hard that were from 18th Street. Even their enemies, they were like, ew, you're from 18th Street, but they would secretly admire them and want to scam with them. That's what we called kissing back in the day. We called it scamming. This is the famous Deja Vu Showgirls here on Hollywood Boulevard. And I don't believe any of these women on this sign work there. Now, this is an idea for a separate video that I wanted to do. I've just been lazy, but I wanted to start reviewing strip clubs. I know I'm a scumbag, I know. I never said I wasn't, guys. Other than being a douchebag, I'm also a scumbag, but I'm not gonna be doing that today, but in the future, I just gotta figure out how to do it. Okay, guys, we're gonna conclude the vlog right here on the corner of Sunset and Vine. This bank right here was not always a Chase Bank. This is the same bank from an episode of Unsolved Mysteries where these two guys tunneled under the streets here in Los Angeles and broke into this bank and stole a lot of money. And they almost did the same to another bank on La Cienega and Pico area right there. But I guess they accidentally tripped the alarm before they got away. So we'll be including this story on a future Dark Side of Hollywood. I almost completed my vlog without being recognized, but somebody busted me up the street on Hollywood. Big shout out to Socorro from HP and her husband Muhammad. And I think they were with a family member. I'm not sure. I forgot to ask her name because I was rude. I'm sorry. But big shout out to Muhammad and Socorro. And live but not live, still alive by the grace of God. Lamont on the run. Sunset Boulevard Vine. Send those stories into me. I look forward to doing them. I want to be that Hollywood douchebag YouTuber. I'm going to be the best, the number one, but only without your help. I'll catch up with you on the next video. Peace out. By the way, you see that open window? Somebody could just totally, well, you know.